Kev, I think you're like 4 points away from becoming the 8th player to rack up 31 down.
Damn, I couldn't did that tonight.
Hey, you could have. Do those milestones still move you? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, they do. Hell yeah. I mean, 8 players in the history of the game, that's insane. I mean, I'm always grateful for all my coaches, teammates, guys that set screens for me, that give up their shot to look for me, that encouraged me throughout my whole career. I had a few teammates, playing with Russ. He meant a lot in my career when it comes to that. Steven meant a lot in my career. Jeff Green, so every time I, hit these milestones, I tend to think about my teammates and the journey that I've been through. And even as a kid, so many people have invested in my life and my career and wanted to see me do well. So I owe a lot to them. And I always think about that when I hit milestones like this.
Kevin, you talked earlier about the almost 80 points in the paint. Is that kind of different for a team that, like in a 3-point shooting league, and you all been able to score that effectively in the paint? And was some of the emphasis on taking those type of shots, not playing bully ball as such, but taking those?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the threes also come from you touching the paint first. You know what I'm saying? Good defensive teams swarm you in the paint, make you kick out for threes. So if we touch the paint, I think, that should be our goal, is to touch the paint and see what happens after that. And I think we make good decisions when we do that. So sometimes it's going to result in 40 threes or 45 threes, or sometimes it might result to 80 points in the paint when we don't need to take those shots. So touching the paint is important, and you probably hear a lot of the 29 other teams talk about paint touches as well. So, that's just the source of good offense.
Alpi, congratulations, 5,000 points as of tonight. What does it mean to accomplish that?
Thank you. I just heard about that. It's hopefully many more to comes. I can put my names next to those legends out there.
Were you given the game ball for tonight for those 5,000 points?
No, actually, I didn't even hear it until until after I left after the game. So it's too late for now.
And I guess just more generally, you have been an all-star, you're a big piece of this rising team. Did you expect this kind of rise so quickly in your young career so far?
We just all work, man. All the work I'm putting in the summer, I just get the results in the season. So I'm a hard worker, and I want to win all the time. That's my personality. So that's just come with it, winning, playing hard, putting the work, and all-stars, playoffs, all those coming with it. So, I'm just keep doing that, putting all the work, and, winning with my teammates, and then I'll see the results after that.
Alpi, you talked about the work that you put in this summer. How much did you put in to work on your body control near the rim, the way that you're able to finish now? I know in the past it was a lot of the bullying, but now it's
Yeah.
a lot of the, getting to the basket in different type of ways.
Every season I'm trying to put something new in my game. And, since Ime came after my third season, I would say last summer, actually, I was putting a lot of work on defense, just to get better on defense. And I'm doing a pretty good job last 2 years, I think. And last year, as offensively, I was just like thinking about a lot. And now this summer, I was just working on that, and finishing around the rim better. And obviously we have a KD now, so it's a lot of space for me out there. And, I can just go finish it without like, trying to get a foul or anything. So that's what Ime tells me all the time, don't look for the foul, just go strong. And, I'm just trying to get away from my bad habits and be better.
You said that Steven is kind of full go this year compared to last year, and you're still ramping up. Is that something you've noticed, and how does that, I guess, come to fruition for your team?
Man, he's a monster. Like, usually I'm the center of this team now, like, signing 5, but any of the center in this league wouldn't be happy sending another good center. You feel me? Like this summer when they signed Steven, I was so happy, playing with him and, bringing the toughness on this team, talking, everything. He's such a funny guy, talks to everybody, leading us. been fighting under that rim, you know, and he's huge for us. And he's healthy now. You know, he had a surgery last year. I will say he kind of missed the half of the season, but now he's better than ever, I will say. And, you know, put in the work every day. You can see him in the gym every day. You know, that's some of the ways you can lead in a team. You know, you seen 32 years old man out there is working every day. You know, that's pushes everybody else too. When it comes to court, you know, we just talks all the time, and that's helped us a lot.